Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Welcome back to our lesson. Today we are going to learn about auxiliary verbs or helping verb. Hoping you are all ready to proceed. Let's continue. Okay, welcome back to class. First, there is the definition. An auxiliary verb or helping verb, as it's also called, is used with the main verb to help express the main verb's tense, mood, or voice. The main auxiliary verbs are to be, to have, and to do. They appear in the following forms: to be, am, is, are, was, were, being, been, and will be. But we are going to concentrate on am, is, and are only. So lesson for today: auxiliary or helping verb are used together with the main verb to show the verb tense or to form a negative question. The most commonly auxiliary verbs are have, be, and do. Does Sam write all his own reports? The secretaries haven't written all the letters yet. Terry is writing an email to a client at the moment. So these are the examples. So basically, auxiliary verbs can be in positive and negative statements and also in question form. Understanding the lesson is also known as helping verbs, as we mentioned just now, add functional or grammatical meaning to a clause in which they appear. They perform the function in several different ways by expressing tense, providing time reference, past, present, and future. Grammatical aspect expresses how verb relates to the flow of time. Modality quantifies verbs. Voice describes the relationship between the action expressed by the verb and the participant identified by the verb subject or object. Adds emphasis to a sentence. Auxiliary verbs almost always appear together with the main verb, and though there are only a few of them, they are among the most frequently occurring verbs in the English language. So let's take a look at the example. This is how the auxiliary verbs are used as a helper to the verb to make it more clear. The statements about the factors explained to you before. So, for example, I am leaving. Leaving is the main verb. It's the action verb. The action word, the verb. Am is the auxiliary. She has arrived. Arrive is the main verb. Has is the auxiliary. Do you smoke? Smoke is in the main verb. Do is the auxiliary. So be, am, is, or are. They use an auxiliary verb for the main verb in a sentence. It's tell us that the action is happening now or going to happen in the future. Also used to make passive. Are is used be for they and we. Was is used for the past tense of am and is. Were is used for the past tense of you, we, and they. So far so good. Is everything clear now? Hopefully you will be clear up after you did your module. So far, let's carry on. So this is how we use the auxiliary verbs for am, is, and are. I will use I will use am as the auxiliary. You, we, and they will use are. He, she, and it will use is. So these are the extra notes. And just explain to you just now how we use the auxiliary verb for am, is, and are. I will use am. You, we, and they will use are. He, she, and it will use is. So let's take another example. This is in a questions form. Still, I will use am. You, we, and they will use are. He, she, or it will use is. Still the same in the question form. In the negative statements, just add not, not here after the auxiliary verbs. But still, I will use am. You, we, and they will still use are, and he, she, it will use is. For the negative statement, we just add the not word here. I am not, you are not, we are not, they are not, and he, she, or it is not. So, thank you. That's it for today. For First of all, please finish up your module by the end of this week. Be safe, stay at home, and thank you very much.